Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed about unit of traffic, definition of traffic, and congestion. And also, we discussed about assumptions required for modeling a teletraffic congestion. So in that, we have taken two assumptions. One is pure chance traffic, and another one is statistical second one is statistical equilibrium. In the previous class, we completed up to pure chance traffic assumptions as well as results obtained from this pure chance traffic. Now in this class, we will discuss about the statistical equilibrium, and finally, I am going to find out the probability of a calls in progress with the help of these assumptions. So coming to the assumptions of a statistical equilibrium, okay, the assumption is the traffic is a stationary random process. Generation of traffic is a stationary random process. That means in between the interval, it will not change. That's the meaning. That is, the probability do not change during the period being considered. So if you take delta t time means in this time, the traffic may not change. That's the meaning of the statistical equilibrium condition. That is, the generation of traffic is constant in the period of time. Okay. So here, in case of statistical equilibrium, we are going to use the birth-death process modeling. So the meaning of birth-death process, in the given duration of delta t time, okay, the calls may arrive, only one call may arrive or one call may terminate, or it may not change. That is called as a birth-death process. So here I am going to use this birth-death process analysis for this statistically driven condition, and we will call this as a, okay. So here the number of calls in progress is always between 0 to 1 because we are assuming that it is having n terms. Therefore, the number of calls in progress may be 0 or 0 to n. Okay. So here you can take this. So therefore, it contains n plus 1 stage because if you end the call, it may generate, means the call may arrive. Always call arrival is next stage and call termination is previous stage. Therefore, for these n runs, we may have n plus 1 stages, and its behavior depends upon the probability of change from each state. That is, either it is moving from increased state or decreased state. Increased state means birth, call arrival. Okay. If a decreased state means termination, ending of a call. So this is one of the Markov chain diagram of different number of call processes. So here I have to define some of the parameters here. What is P of j? What is P of I? So P of j is the probability of state j, and P of k means the probability in state k. Higher state means birth, lower state means it's a death. Okay. So what is P jk? P jk means probability that, okay, the state is increased to state k, assuming that it is in state of j. That is called Pjk. Pjk is the probability of the state increased to k, given that present state is j. What is Pkj now? Reverse of this. Pkj is the probability of state decreased to j, given that present state is k. That means call ending. This is call arrival, and this is for call ending. So here the probabilities P of 0, P of 1 up to P of n are the called as state probabilities, whereas this P Jk comma Pkj are called as the transition probabilities of Markov chain. Okay. So if I am applying the statistic equilibrium for this Markov chain, it is called as a regular Markov chain. Okay. Now I am going to consider a small interval here, delta t, such that only one event can happen. That means either one call can arrive with the probability of PA, or one call can end with the probability of PE, or no change. How to take no change? 1 minus of probability of arrival minus probability of ending is going to give the probability of no change condition. Okay, here I have to find out what is the mean arrival rate and mean termination rate. So here we know one formula, A is equal to CH by T. This is the formula you have derived from North America telecommunication traffic definition. From the definition of North America telephone traffic, you have taken this expression of A is equal to CH by T, where A is the traffic intensity and C is called as mean arrival rate, H is called as holding time, where T is the mean time, that is the duration what I have chosen. The number of calls arriving in this duration of time T. This is what I have seen in the previous classes, right? So from this, I am going to find the value of C. C is equal to how much? A into T by H. So here, if this is C, if the calls are arriving, you can also find out the calls termination value also. So if you apply the same principle here, so the mean number of calls arriving during the time delta T is given by, how can I write? C is equal to A into delta T by H. Similarly, you can also find the probability of here the probability of PA of the call arriving state in delta T is how much? Means Pjk is equal to Pa, that is equal to this one, A into delta T by H. Similarly, if you find for this one, the average number of calls ending during delta T is. So how to find out this one means, first of all, you have to know how many number of calls are in progress. Here I am taking it as K. K is the number of calls in progress. Okay, then what can I take? Can I as K into delta T by H. It is going to give the probability of call terminating or ending during delta time T. So since you are applying the statistic equilibrium condition, you have to see that the state transition from J to K, the probability of state transition from J to K means what? Call arriving is equal to probability from K to J state. That is from call termination. So how to find Pjk? Pjk means P of J, probability in J state into mean arrival probability, P of A. So write like Pj into Pa is going to give the state transition from J to K, and this is the final answer. Similarly, for K to J transition, the probability is in state K, what is the probability and the probability of call termination, that is nothing but P of K into delta T by H. Now how to apply the condition for statistic equilibrium, that is Pa J of J to K is equal to P K to J. If you apply this, what will you get? P of J to K is equal to P of K to J. So what is P of J to K? That is P of J into P of A, that is equal to P of K into P of E. What is P of A? P of A is equal to A into delta T by H, that is equal to P of K into delta T by H. So from this I can write P of K is equal to A by K into P of J. So K is the next state, where J is the previous state. Okay, for different values of K, you can find out some answer. And finally, I am going to write down a general expression for any state, any number of calls that may originate. So what we can write here? Take it as P of 1 is equal to A by K is 1 here, so 1 into what about j here? What is the previous state of 1? It should be 0. So it is p of 0. That is equal to a by 1 into p of 0. What about p of 2? P of 2 is equal to a by 2 into p of 1. But what is p of 1? P of 1 in terms of p naught is this one. So a by 2 into a by 1 into p of 0. Similarly, you can write p of 3 is equal to a by 3 into p of 2. That is equal to a by 2 into, a by 3 into, what is p of 2? This is p of 2. A by 2 into a by 1 into p of 0. Now, I can understand for x values, what may get? So this is p of x is equal to, you can see here, if it is 3, I am getting a cube. What about denominator? 3 into 2 and 1. 3 into 2 into 1 means 3 factorial. So if it is k means x means I get x factorial. So therefore p of x is equal to a power x by x factorial into p of 0. Okay. So this is the probability that it is in x state. Okay. That means x call is in progress. So from this can you find out the value of p naught? So to find out the value of p naught, you have to write down the expression that the sum of probabilities in any state is equal to 1. Sum of probabilities in any state is equal to 1. Therefore, I can write like this: summation sum x is equal to 0 to infinity, p of x is equal to how much? I can take it as 1. Substitute here and get the final answer. Summation x is equal to 0 to infinity. This is a power a power x by x factorial into p of 0 is equal to 1. So what is the value of this one? We can replace this value with e power a. P of 0 is equal to 1. Therefore p of 0 is equal to 1 by e power a, that is equal to e power minus a. Therefore, now I can write down the expression of p of x in terms of p naught as p of x is equal to a power x by x factorial into e power minus a. Okay. Now we can find out what is the probability for one call arrival, two calls arrival, or n calls arrival. You can also find out with the help of this formula. P of x is equal to a power x by x factorial into e power minus a, where a is the traffic offered in airlines, traffic index in airlines. Now try to solve one problem based upon this final outcome. What is the P of x gives? Probability of number of calls arrived. If x is equal to 1 means the probability of one call arriving. 2 means 2 calls arriving, and so on for you can take up to maximum of n calls because it has only n runs. Now in this problem, on an average, one call arrives every 5 seconds during a period of 10 seconds. What is the probability that no calls arrive, one call arrives, two calls arrives, and more than 2 calls arrives? What's the meaning of no calls arrive means? We have to find P of 0. What's the formula we have? P of x is equal to a power x by x factorial into e power minus a. What are the unknowns here? We have to find out the value of a. What is the value of a here can take? A is equal to, so 5 calls are arriving, one call arrives for every 5 seconds during a period of 10 seconds. Then what is the value of a now? N by 5 is equal to give 2. A is equal to 2. That means it is going to handle 2 calls in the duration of 10 seconds. Because every call for 5 seconds. So for 10 seconds it can handle 2 calls. Therefore the traffic intensity is 2. Okay, this is the value of A. So what is the first one you have to find out? You have to find out the value of P of 0. What is the value of P of 0? 0 indicates what? No call arrives. Okay, what will get? 2 power 0 by 0 factorial into e power minus 0. That's the final answer. So try to solve the problem and get the value of P of 0. And second one is probability of 1 call arrive, that is equal to 2 power 1 by 1 factorial into e power minus 1. Simplify this and get the final answer. And third one is probability of 2 calls arrive is 2 power 2 by 2 factorial into e power minus 2. Then what is the formula for more than 2 calls arrive? So already we know that the total probability is 1. Therefore, the probability of having more than 2 calls is equal to how much? 1 minus probability of 2 calls minus probability of 1 call minus probability of 0 calls. This is going to give the total answer of probability of more than 2 calls arrive. The 2 may be anything. So substitute the values of P of 0, P of 1, P of 2 in this formula to get the probability for D, 4th month. Okay, try to solve this. And now, already in the previous class we seen two things. One is called message switching system. And another one is circuit switching system. So we said that in case of message switching system, okay, if the traffic offered is more than the required traffic, then we are going to place those calls in a queue. Therefore we call them as a queuing model or delayed model we call it in the previous class. When I get circuit switching, if the calls offered is more than the required traffic, then during congestion period the calls will be lost. Therefore we can model it as a lost call system. This is what we studied in the previous class. Now in this class we will try to model this lost call system. And the next time we will discuss about this queuing model system. Okay, so we model these lost call system based upon some assumptions. One is pure chance traffic, statistical equilibrium, fully availability, and calls within encounter condition are lost. What is the meaning of pure chance traffic? In the pure chance traffic, we assume that the probability, that is these call arrivals and mean time between the call arrivals are random, or we can take them as independent random events, right? While discussing previous class, we have discussed that in case of pure chance traffic, the assumption is the call arrivals and call arrivals between the intervals are independent random events. That is the first assumption we are taking. And coming to statistical equilibrium, no changes occur during that interval. No changes will occur during that interval is called statistical equilibrium assumption. And fully availability means any incoming call can connect to any outgoing trunk. Any incoming call can connect to any outgoing trunk. That is called as fully availability. And calls within encounter condition are nothing but during this condition period, whatever the calls that are originated are, they are lost it is cleared. Therefore, the subscriber has to reattempt to make a call. Okay, that is called calls which encountered during condition are lost. So, with these assumptions, okay, you have to. There are the expressions. Let us assume there are x calls in progress. So, for x calls in progress, what is the formula we can have? P of x is equal to a power x by x factorial. This is what we derive now, right? P of x is equal to a power x by x factorial into p of 0. This is the formula for what? If x calls are in progress, this is a formula. And we have seen that it is contains some n number of trunks are there. Therefore, n calls can be originated. Therefore, the range of x is from 0 to n. Because it is having n trunks, therefore the range of x is from 0 to n. Now, if there are x calls in progress, this is the formula, right? We have seen now. And we know that the calls cannot be negative. Less than 0 it is not possible. Similarly, more than n is also not possible. Therefore, the range of x is from 0 to n. You can take. And we also know that the probability of calls is sum of probabilities of calls in this state is equal to 1. Therefore, I can write like this: sigma x is equal to x to 0 to n. P of x is 1. From this, try to find out the value of P of 0. So P of 0 is equal to 1 by summation x is equal to 0 to n a power k by x factorial. Now substitute this value of P of 0 in this expression to get the value of P of x. Okay. So here I have to write one more formula here, that is loss probability for a fully available group of n trunks offered a Erlang's traffic is given by B. B nothing but what? Grade of service. Grade of service is equal to E 1 comma n of A is equal to a power n by n factorial by summation k is equal to 0 to n a power k by k factorial. So what I am trying to say here is, because n trunks are there, because the total offered traffic may be a power n by n factorial. Here see, the x is the nothing but calls offered, calls in progress. So the maximum number of calls that are progress is n. So I can take that as n by n factorial. So here you can see, so differentiate. So the number of calls may be less than 0 to n. If it is more than n means they will be lost. So from this I am going to find out the loss probability for this fully available system having entrance with a Erlang's traffic. So this formula is also called as Erlang's lost call formula. Okay, so we are writing one more formula, that the same formula in terms of if the number of trunks, what is the traffic offered if the number of trunks is reduced to 1. In the previous case I am using n trunks, right? But if the n number of 1 trunks is there, what is the lost probability? This is a formula representing that one. So writing the lost probability with reduced number of trunks, okay, for n trunks. So we are going to use this formula in the problems. You can also derive this problem, derivation, or try to derive it. So with the help of the above formulas, try to obtain the same formula. You can do it as assignment. Simply have to substitute these values, right? So for example, I will try to modify this in terms of n minus 1. How can I write this one? Here I have to put n minus 1. Okay. I am giving some idea here, a hint how to proceed further. So in place of n, put n minus 1. Here I have to get n minus 1. This is also n minus 1 factorial by up to n minus 1 I have to take a power k by k factorial. Okay, modify this in such a way that try to obtain the formula of e of 1 comma n and rearrange it so that we do the final answer of this one. So try to memorize or try to derive this expression. Okay, lost probability for n trunks in terms of lost probability of n trunks in terms of n minus 1 trunks. We have one problem here. A group of 5 trunks is offered 2 Erlang's of traffic. Find the grade of service. The probability that only one trunk is busy, the probability that one trunk is free, the probability that at least one trunk is free. So how to find out this? A group of 5 trunks is offered 2 lengths of traffic. Find the grade of service. What is the formula of grade of service? V is equal to E of 1 comma n of A is equal to A power n by n factorial by summation, this one summation k is equal to 0 to n A power k by k factorial. This is the formula, right? This is the formula of, okay, grade of service, or is it last call probability. This is the formula. So in this, what do I find out? I will find out grade of service. So what is A here? Given A is equal to 2. Given A is equal to how much? A is equal to given a number of trunks, how many? N is equal to 5 given. Just substitute the values here. So 2 power 5 by 5 factorial by, what about denominator? Take from 0 to n. So if we take A is equal to 0, we will get 1 plus 2 power 1 by 1 factorial plus 2 power 2 by 2 factorial plus 2 power 3 by 3 factorial plus 2 power 4 by 4 factorial plus 2 power 5 by 5 factorial. If you simplify this, you get a final grade of service value. Okay? Now, so in this, first one is over. What about second one? The probability that only one trunk is busy. That means you have to find out P of 1. What's the value of P of 1? P of 1 is equal to A power k by k factorial, or you can take this n by n factorial So this is first one is completed. Now coming to second one. What is the B? You have to find out the probability for only one trunk is busy. So that is equal to how much? The formula is A power n by n factorial by, okay, what about denominator? Denominator I have to take from k is equal to 0 to n A power k by k factorial. This is the formula, right? So we have to take here 1 as n. To simplify this, here the denominator is common for all the by, because it is a traffic handled by more number of n. So only the value of numerator will changes. So 1 means n is 1 here. So don't put 1 here. So for all they have to calculate. So what will we get here? So 2 power 1 by 1 factorial by this value. What will we get here? Nothing but this one. Substitute here and get the final results. Similarly, the probability that one trunk is free means what? 1 minus of this is going to give the probability that one trunk is busy. So what is the third one? So 1 and 2 is over. Now coming to C bit. For C bit, what have to calculate? They are saying that only 1 is free. Means what? 4 are busy. So I have to calculate P of 4. P of 4 is how much? 2 power 4 by 4 factorial by denominator of take this one. And last one is what? The probability that at least one trunk is free. That means it is going to give that this value is equal to 1 minus B. 1 minus B is going to give the value that probability that at least one trunk is free. Okay? So this is a problem regarding this last call systems. next problem is a group of 20 trunks provides a grade of service of 0.01 when offered 12 lengths of traffic. So first one is how much is the grade of service improved if one extra trunk is added to the group, and how much does the grade of service deteriorates if one trunk is out of the service. So to solve this problem, we have to write the formula, right? E of 1 comma n of A is equal to, what is the formula we have previously? A into E of 1 comma n minus 1 of A by n plus A of E of 1 comma n minus 1 of E. So already they given that for this 12 trunks, 20 trunks, that given the grade of service is 0.1. That means this is 0.1. That is, here what is the value? It is 20. This is general formula. So in the problem they given it as E of 1 comma 20 of 12 is equal to 0.01. This is given in the problem. What they are trying to asking, we have to find out what is the, how much is grade of service improved if one extra trunk is added to the group. That means E of 1 comma 21 with the same traffic intensity of 12 lengths. What is the answer? Similarly, we have to find out what is the improved or change in grade of service for deterioration. That is, if it is only 19 trunks, same traffic is 12. We have to find out. So what have to do here? So here we have to calculate okay. So here we have to calculate E of 1 comma 21 we have to calculate because already we know E of 1 comma 20 we know. So after adding one trunk for the same 12 elapsed traffic, what is the improvement in grade of service? What is the A is 12. So 12 into E of 1 comma, what is the value you have taken? N minus 1. So this is 20 of 12 by N is 20 plus 12 into, this is 20 of 12. Right, this is the formula for finding the grade of service improvement when one extra trunk is added. So 21 trunks, same traffic intensity of 12. This is the formula. All we know E of 1 comma 20 as 0.01. Substitute these values and find the value of E of 1 comma 21. Similarly, we have to do it for E of 19. 19, I have to do the right. So I want it for 19 runs. For same 12 lengths traffic. What do you get? It is so do it for 20. For 20 how many will get? E of 19. This is also E of 19. This is known now. This is unknown. So solve this and find the value of E1 comma 19 of 12. Okay, this is a procedure to follow to find out the improvement or deterioration of grade of service by adding or deleting a trunk. Okay. The next class will discuss the remaining concepts. Thank you.